Ayan, hi everyone! Good afternoon or good evening. Mayong ugto dira sa Pilipinas. It's me again, your business online mentor, Christina. Ayan, for those who doesn't know me, I am originally from Philippines and I am now here living in Nevada. So, how are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing amazing. I want to start today with something really real. Have you ever had a moment where you know something was holding you back, but just realizing it wasn't enough? And let me show my banner real quick so you can see what am I talking about. Because today is our day 63, choosing courage. Oh wait, this is not it. Hold up a second. We're on our day 64 now. I forgot to change it. So let me change my banner real quick. La 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 la. Yan, akala ko na-change ka na, but I did not. From awareness to action. Ayan. 60 seconds. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Ayan, yan yung topic natin for today. Day 64. From awareness to, I don't know why it's not letting me click it. Click, click. Ayan. 64, awareness to action. Ayan. So, like, you can spend hours or days, maybe even years thinking that you can't do it or hindi ako ready or maybe this isn't for me or hindi to para sa akin. And on some level, it's a limiting belief. You're aware of it, you're conscious of it, but awareness alone, it doesn't change anything. I remember this one time I had this huge idea for my life, for my business, for my freedom, and I thought, yeah, I know I want this. I know I can do it. But every morning I'd wake up and that limiting belief would whisper, "You're not ready. You don't have enough experience, or you can't do this." Just knowing it was a limiting belief didn't help. I needed to act. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. How to go from just knowing to actually doing. So that's our topic today, day 64, from awareness to action, from knowing to actually doing it. So here's what happened with me. I had this moment where I realized sitting and thinking about my beliefs wasn't enough. I had to take action. I had to do something that scared me. It was scary. It was scary. I'm not gonna lie. I had that voice in my head that what if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I'm not good enough? And I know a lot of us can relate with that because I know a lot of us that's our limiting beliefs, especially those people that doing this stuff online or that trying to do their business online. Because let's be real, if your business is not online, then you're not really doing business. But I started with small steps, nothing huge at first. I made a plan. I set aside a time. I made a calls. I reach out to some people that can help me. I reach out to some people in our community. I sent a message that I was afraid to send because I was worried that if I ask for help, then I will look. I think it's just me that I have this thought that if I ask a question, people might think that I am like stupid or is not smart, but there's nothing wrong in asking for help. And I always been worried and scared about that, especially for me as an immigrant that I'm here in a different country that I didn't grow up with. I speak different dialect or different language. It's kind of hard to ask for help or for like ask questions because first you're worried about, is my question even correct, or second, like, am I asking, or my grammar is even correct? If you grow up in the Philippines, you know, especially in school, I learned it that they teach us English in school, but of course, we're not comfortable in speaking in English because that's not our first language. And even in school, when teachers always said in English class, you have to speak in English or there's going to be consequences if you speak in a different, or if you speak in your own dialect. And it was so fun because that's the most quiet, yun yung pinakatahimik na classes in our in that day, because nobody wants to speak in English, because nobody wants to get judged. Nobody wants to get judged that, oh, they don't speak right grammar and all of that. And I think we carry that up to till now. So as for me, I am sometimes like worried to ask questions or even like say something, but that's the one thing that I have learned, because that's just my limiting beliefs telling me that I am not good enough. But once you realize that, just knowing about it and not doing or taking action, nothing's gonna change. You're still gonna be in the same cycle. Yes, you know that's limiting belief, but it's still the every single morning that's gonna hold you back, because yes, it's limiting belief, but you still feel it in your heart and you still think about it. So uh I as I posted that thing, I thought no one would care about. And that's when the most limiting beliefs that I have when I first started this business, because I have people like my friends and my like coworker that I have in my social media, and I was too shy to even tell them that, oh, I have a business and stuff like that. So I am grateful that I actually have a business page that I use for my business, but of course I still mainly post it in my personal page because that's where the most I have my followers is. But the more I realize it, that if I don't get out in my comfort zone, if I just stay in my comfort zone, and if I'm not gonna do anything, I won't be able to reach the freedom that I want or even experience it. So you have to be uncomfortable doing. You have to be comfortable doing uncomfortable thing. Um, if you know that it's gonna help you and your family in a good way, and if you know that that's your way of having the freedom that you want. So as I said earlier with my post earlier, what if you know the the question that we had today is, do I have to be in social media for me to do this business, right? And as I said, you don't have to, but you still have to find a way to let people know about your business. And if what if I ask you something that, if you what if the things that you're doing right now is actually capable, or if you what if you'll be making more than what you're making in your job, or what if the you'll be able to experience the freedom that you want, but you have to get out in your a little bit get out in your comfort zone. Would you do it? Especially if you have guidance, especially if you have a training, would you do it? I would. And that's always, I remind myself that when I start thinking that whatever I'm doing is not gonna work. And I realize, if other people can do it, I can too. But the only person that holding you back from reaching your goal, from reaching um, the thing that you want, is you and your limiting beliefs. And here's the thing, every small step I took, I started see change. My confidence grow, my mindset shifted. The gap between what I knew and what I wanted and what I was actually doing started to close. That's the bridge I'm talking about. So the bridge between awareness and action. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say that even though I am aware of it, there's still time that I will still think about it, or there's still the time that your limiting belief will sneak in, but now you're aware and you're actually doing an action to be able to get out of that cycle. So awareness is the seed, action is the water and sunlight. So I want you to think about something right now, today. Is there one belief or thought you've been aware of, but you haven't acted on yet? Maybe it's about your health, your business, your relationship, or your mindset. Is there anything related to that? Type it in the comments or just say it to yourself. Be honest, because that's the first step towards breaking it, recognizing it without judgment. And for me, I want to share something that I always wanted to do workouts, right? And I always like say, like, oh, workout is not for me and I can't do it. But if I want a certain body, if I want to feel good about myself, I gotta act on it. I can't just be dreaming about it. We can't just live with the dreams. We have to be like dream and get out of it and do an action to be able to reach your dreams. We can't just stay in it. You can't just, and then we have that time too that we want to be positive, but we're not. What are you doing to be positive? If you're just watching news, if you're just like listening to people that always say negative stuff, then you're not gonna be able to reach that mentality. You have to be able to take some action for you to be able to reach the that thing that you want, which is to be mentally healthy. So, see, even just admitting it out loud or writing it down feels powerful. That's the awareness part. But if you don't want to share it with people or if you don't want to talk about it, this is the perfect time for you to start journaling. This is the perfect time for you to start writing. Whatever is in your head, write it down and it makes you feel better, because sometimes sharing it with others, either you get good energy back or you just gonna get more negative energy back. So you can't really control that. So but by writing it down, okay, there we go. When someone like call me, like it will turn off. But let's talk about the next part, the action. Here's what I want you to do today, not tomorrow, today or tonight, wherever you are. Pick one thing. You can do it in the next 24 hours that moves you closer to overcoming that belief. It doesn't have to be big. It could be sending a message, making a phone call, trying something new, or even just writing down your goals and steps. Or if you want to reach this, because we're almost summertime, if you want to reach this body that you want, maybe start doing, if you can do 30 minutes or 1 hour. For me, it's possible, but it's kind of tough, especially like if you have a little one. Start doing 5 minutes, start doing 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like the max that I can do is 15 minutes. And I make sure I do it like throughout the day. And the only time that I can't really like be consistent in doing it when I'm working, because as I said, I have to be at work early and then I sometimes get home late. But whenever I'm off, I'm very consistent and show up like 15 minutes, 15 minutes a day. So maybe start with that. So step two, commit to it. Say it out loud, write it down, tell someone you trust, make it real. Have an accountability partner that will tell you, hey, have you done this? Or will tell you, we gotta do this. You gotta have someone there with you that wants to do the same thing as what you're doing, because it make it easier. And I remember I go to the gym before a lot. It is because I have my friend Teresa here with me, and she's like my accountability partner, and I miss her so much. She used to live here in Reno, and now she's living in Tahoe. So every morning, like, I work a night shift, and after work, we'll meet up in the gym, and it makes me just more want to go more in the gym, because like I know I have someone there, and I don't want to. I like it, you have that, you become accountable because you have a person that like become your accountability partner. So be accountable that like, hey, she's waking up early, so you gotta go. like after work to meet her, and then even just for 30 minutes or an hour, and it was amazing. But after she left, I stopped going to the gym as well because honestly gym is not really for me, like unless I have someone there to go with me. If it's not, like I just didn't know what to do, or I just felt comfortable. And I think that's one thing that I have to try doing again, just to be comfortable with the environment. But as of now, I'll skip that. I'll stay at home. I have my I have my at home Pilates, um what is it, like tools, or yeah, that I use at home. And I have my app that I follow what to do every more, like not every morning but every day, and it only take like 15 minutes, so I can do that right now. So like, a simple step, like start small, and that's for me, starting small, so you can do that too. So step 3, take that action. No overthinking, no perfect timing, just do it. And this is for me when I want to share the experience again. For me is when I'm doing live, right? I always wanted to wait that, oh, I gotta fix my hair, I gotta dress up, it has to be quiet, my son has to be in the room, like it has to be perfect. And then I end up not doing it, because when is that gonna happen? That would take time for me to do my hair, to get ready, and to have my son like not make a noise. That's impossible unless he's sleeping. That's the only time that he'll not make a noise. So if I keep waiting for that, I would never be able to do this. I would never have gotten a chance to be doing this for the 64 days now. And I will never be comfortable in talking like this, or I would never have this confidence to be able to talk and share with you guys if I have waited for the perfect time. If I have waited for everything around me to be perfect. No, you gotta do it even if it's imperfect. You gotta do it even though it would never be perfect until you do it. You would never. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Okay. There you go. The video in my background just started playing. So you never gonna reach that goal of yours if you don't take action. You gotta take action even if it's imperfect. And that's it started. Because even if it's imperfect, you learn from it. And when you see, oh, okay, this is the thing that I gotta do, I'm not doing. But you won't know until you try, until you start. And the magic? Action creates momentum. Momentum creates belief. And belief reshapes your mindset. You're not waiting for motivation. You're creating it. We are our own creator, you guys. We create our future. And God is there to guide us. And He is already creating our future. But we gotta do something. And always listen. If you're doing something and you think it's not going your way, don't give up. It's just probably a redirection for better, for something better. It's not for you not because you're failing means you stop. No, failure means you're learning something that you can use in the future, or whatever you're planning to do, and you will get better. As we, like, whenever we're working, right, we learn more when we make mistake. But I'm not saying to do make a mistake. I'm just saying that when you make mistake, don't beat up yourself. Learn from it. And instead of asking yourself that, oh, this is not for me, I'm not good enough, ask yourself, what am I learning right now? What can I get from this? What can I share from this? And that's for us, because like, as we mentor people, and then so we follow some people that already have done in this business. And that's the amazing parts of the community, because they know what works for them, they know what didn't works for them, they share both. So you can choose which one you want to do. And because not everything that they're doing will works for you, but at least you can try and try until you find the perfect formula for you. So let me give you an example for me. um it was this business I started. I had this fears. I don't know enough. I don't have time. I don't have support. But I realized if I waited until felt ready, I'd still be sitting here today. So I took one small step every single day. I reach out to people that I know can help me or learn one new thing. I shared my story. I just keep moving. And now, looking back, that one step I took the first day, that was the day my life started changing. And I honestly still think about it, like going back when I first started, I thought, oh, this is not going the way I wanted it to be. But now looking back where I'm at right now, God was preparing me for where I am right now. Everything that happened in the past is teaching me how to show up today. It's teaching me to be better today. And it literally create me for who I am. The reason for who I am right now is because of all the experience that I have before. And I know it's scary. I know it's uncomfortable. But here's the truth: change never comes from comfort. Every time you act, you're proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought. So every time you do something, you should do something that always make you feel better and always challenge you. You don't compete with anybody else. You compete with your old you. You Yeah, my I got disconnected. Awareness is the starting point. Action is the bridge, and every step you take closes the gap between who you are now and who you want to become. I want to do grab a pen or grab your phone or just grab your phone or just focus. Write down one limiting belief you've been aware of. Oh, I can write down so much. So much limiting belief. One simple action you can take today to challenge it, to challenge yourself. So if you're watching live, you can drop it your actions in the comments. I want to see you commit, or you can write it down or tell yourself, but make sure you commit to it. Even if it's tiny, that's still progress. And that small action, they add up. That's how we move from just thinking about change to actually living it. So in our business, they teach us that if if your goal is in this, you gotta write down what your goal is and start backwards. So how do you get from there? So you start backwards means you gotta think that if I want to be able to reach this goal, what do I have to do? So I gotta do this, 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 this. So start with one. Right now, just write your goal. What do you want to achieve? And from that, work backwards from it. So like if you want to be fit, right? If you want this, like if you want a certain body, you write it down. This is my goal. This is what I want to look like. And then how do you get from there? Words backward. Maybe you can work out 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, and 1 hour if you have time. Then be it, but you have to be consistent. Hi, my love. Mom, yes? I'm going to that again. Okay. Oh, Mom? Yes? I think there's something out there. Oh, close it, anak, because the insect is gonna come in. You gotta close it. Mom, but I want something. You can get out, but you gotta close the blinds. And the net, I mean, or the insect's gonna go inside our house. Oh, I'm gonna close it. Yeah, close it. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just leave here thinking about your limiting beliefs. Don't just leave inspired. Take one step today, one real action, because the bridge between your thoughts and your reality isn't in your head, it's in your hands. You're capable, you are ready, you just have to start. And I want to hear from you after you take that steps. Share in the comments or send me a message. Let's celebrate it together. I know you got this. What is that, my love? Oh, your thing, your car. You want to show your car to them? Like, show your car. That's my Bubski's car. I love you. I'll be right there, okay? Mama's gonna go inside. So, Thank you so much for staying with me. And as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing morning, afternoon, or night. I don't know why our lights didn't turn on, but I'm still here outside because it feels good. It's getting better now, the weather, but I know they said next week it's gonna be colder again. But it's okay. We're getting there. So we're gonna enjoy it as much as we can. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and God bless you everyone, and be a blessing to others. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Peace. Bye everyone.